back to our channel. I'm standing right here. Do you see this? There are over 24 bows in here. Mom and I just filmed a video all about our new ribbon introductions. And while we were doing that, I was bows. Do you see all in front of me? I wanted to jump on a quick live and show you some of my favorites with this new spring that we have. But first things first, y'all, if you do not follow us already, please hit that subscribe button. It helps us so much with our channel. Welcome if you are new. If you're a faithful follower, say hello. Either way, I want to know where you're watching from, who you are. Give me all the details. You will see I have been working outside actually today, and it is storming here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's raining. It's kind of muggy a little bit outside because it's been raining, but inside it's beautiful like sunshine because I have all these beautiful ribbons and bows. So hello, I'm filming on my phone, so the quality might not be the best, but it's what I had with me right here, and I just wanted to show you what I've been working on. If you are ribbon crazy, bow crazy, if you need a new spring bow, I highly recommend shopping our ribbon selection on our website. And I just wanted to come on here and just show you in real life what some of this ribbon looks like, because looking online is one thing, but then being able to see on a video what these ribbon collections actually look like is quite spectacular. Look at this. Pretty soon I'm going to be releasing some videos all about ribbon and how you know how to pair ribbon collections together. Mom and I were just talking recently about people having ribbon phobia. What is ribbon phobia or bow phobia? The fear of making bows. I was a sufferer. I suffered a fear of making bows for the longest time, and my mom kept telling me, you can do it, Amber, you can do it. I didn't think I could, but I want to share with you, and if you follow the channel, you might already know some of our secrets for a beautiful big designer bow, but some of you may not know some of the hacks. And I've got some great hacks of making these beautiful bows and things that I've learned along the way, because like I said, for the longest time, I would not make a bow. I would hand the ribbon to my mom and be like, make this bow with these ribbons. Do you mind? And mom would be like, you are gonna have to learn this at some point. And then eventually I did. So anyways, making bows and ribbon, etc., how to pair it. So I learned everything from her, and she was a very good teacher. So anyways, I just wanted to show you some of these beautiful bows and ribbons up close. And I just want you to see how beautiful, like this little bee embroider on here, and then this really fun pink stripe. Aren't these gorgeous? It's gonna look so pretty. And then this looks like a beautiful fabric that you could put on a pillow or on a chair. See that on one side, and then on the other side, it has that really pretty plaid, so floral, and then a plaid backing, and that is really a beautiful hem on that that's stitched in green. So there's just so many beautiful ribbons on our website right now to choose from. Again, like I said, I always love coming on here for a quick live just because, you know, you guys may or may not know, I am from a really small town, about 1,000 people in my hometown. Not a lot of places to shop. My mom had a beautiful store, which was a really great place to shop. But other than that, we didn't have a lot of selections. And maybe that's your story too. So seeing something online, and especially if you're not the best online shopper, like meaning you don't shop online often, I feel like, and then seeing things in person in a video like this is the personal touch that you get with Amber Marie and Company, is that we're gonna show you on our videos here what this actual ribbon can look like, how it looks in person, the wiring. Do you see how stiff that wire is? That is a good thing because you want your bow to be nice and poofy. Look at that pretty pink and white toile ribbon we have right here. And then this really pretty, it's kind of an aqua blue with roses and birds on it. And then the back side is a real fun pink gingham. And so then I paired this other kind of it's not really a gingham, but a really fun kind of a sheer pink plaid with it. And then this is dual colored ribbon, aqua on this side, little 1 inch, and then pink on the back. But look at that. Is this not just the prettiest bow for spring? That's gonna look good on anything that you put it on. Really, really pretty. And these are the things that you can't see necessarily on the website. You can't tell online some of these colors and how beautiful they are. So that's why I wanted to show you here. Look at this. So this is a really fun ribbon. My main ribbon is this bird. It's a yellow ribbon with this really pretty bird on it, really pretty spring bird. And what I like is this ribbon allows you to bring in lots of other colors. So I was able to bring in blue, I was able to bring in green, and then some really pretty pink, and a really fun kind of pattern that looks kind of, like a chinoiserie a little bit, kind of like a China pattern. And I'm just gonna kind of poof all of those little, what are those called? Loops. Ah, there we go. There's the word. Poof them all up so it looks nice and pretty. And look at that. Isn't that so gorgeous? So many different ribbons. Like I said, I have 24 of them here in the kitchen. And I was going to come on real fast and make a bow with y'all. So if y'all want me to, whew, so muggy in here. If y'all want me to, if you want to make a bow with me, let's do this real quick. You want to? So I'm going to make a pretty bow using this again because I really enjoy this ribbon. It's yellow. It has a really pretty blue backing on it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a green base. This is a really pretty D. Stevens collection. It's called a Slub Dupion Metallic Gold back, grass green, all right? This is a really good ribbon. Look at this, see how that does? Oof. All right, so that's gonna be the base. I'm starting with a solid. I always drop my ribbon on the floor just like that, so I have plenty of room. I wanna have a tail here. This is probably about 24 inches long on my tail. Depending on where I'm gonna put this, the tail might be just a little bit shorter, but I'm gonna make this with a really long tail so that if somebody comes into the shop tomorrow and I'm talking to them and they're like, I want those tails to really stand out, this is gonna be it. Okay, here's my tail, about 24 inches. It doesn't have to be that long, it just depends on what you're gonna put it on. But I want this to be nice and flowy. Then I'm making my first loop. This is gonna be a pretty big bow, y'all. I like those big bows and I cannot lie. So this one's gonna be big. So that first loop, I don't know, it's probably about a 20 inches of ribbon, 10 on this side. And then once I make that first loop, okay, pretty side out, you have to take this and twist it so it's pretty side up. So I'm twisting that. Then I'm just going to make my second loop. And I just want to make sure that it's just about equal to that first loop. So that's why sometimes you'll see my ribbon or my bows look like this. It's because I have taken them and pulled them to test and see if they're about the same size. If they're just a little bit off, I don't worry about it, okay? Then I'm gonna take and I'm going to twist this over. Okay, so I've got one loop. I'm gonna twist this over and make another loop. Now, here is the designer hack, designer secret. And not every designer knows this, and not every designer does this. But y'all, ribbon is not cheap. Good ribbon, especially, is not cheap. And so when I'm making lots of bows, I want my ribbon to really go far. All right, sometimes you get 5 yards, sometimes you get 10 yards on your roll. But I want to extend that ribbon as much as I can because I like big loops and I want to make big, beautiful bows. But you know what? I'm on a budget too, right? So that's why I'm teaching you how to make the 3-loop bow, okay? It's a 3-loop bow. You've probably seen me do this. Sometimes I call it a funky bow. There are a lot of people that teach this technique. If I wanted to make a 4-loop bow, I would basically make a X pattern, all right? 2 loops, 2 loops, and kind of do the same thing. But designer hack number 1 is when you have expensive ribbon, right, and you want to make it go further, if you do this, where it's more like a Y, all right, 2 loops up, 1 loop down, tendril, or tail, as some people call them, and then another tail. I'm going to cut this tail so it's about even. That is the base of my bow. Next, I'm going to come in with this really fun spring ribbon. It is a yellow and blue. And here's the secret, okay? I have 2 loops up, 1 loop down. I'm taking my first part, which is my tail, and I'm putting that tail up. It's going right up here, just like this. And then I'm going to do just the opposite. 2 up, 1 down. I'm going to go 2 down, 1 up, all right? That gives you the illusion that you're making several loops, but you're not. You're only making 3 loops per side. It's called a funky bow, y'all, and it is a little funky, but I guarantee you, once you put it on, whatever you're putting on, you will never be able to know that. Beautiful bows, you have the best ribbons. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Okay, so 1 loop down, right? And now 1 loop is down to start with. Then I'm gonna do 1 loop up. I'm taking and twisting that ribbon, y'all. I'm holding it with my thumb and middle finger. Sometimes I use my pointy finger, but a lot of times I'll use my middle finger to hold it. And then, you know what, see, this is why I dropped this on the floor. It's so much easier to work with, in my opinion. I'm gonna make my second loop here. I'm gonna take and I'm gonna pull these. See how I'm pulling? I'm just measuring that they're about the same. Again, if it's just a little bit off, I don't get worried, but if it's a couple of inches off or more than an inch, I do. 1 loop up, 1 loop down. Now, since I had 1 loop of green, I'm gonna put 2 loops of yellow. That's how you balance out your ribbon and your bow, all right? You guys know designer trick number 2, along with this, is that symmetry doesn't mean always that it's just the same exact thing. There's symmetry in weight. So this is symmetry in weight because you're weighting with the green and then you're offsetting with 1 yellow loop. 1 green, 2 yellow loops. So you see what I'm saying? I'm keeping the weight still balanced of this, even though I don't have 2 loops up, 2 loops down. So that's what we look like so far, okay? Really, really cute. Okay, I've got that green coming out so you can see that real pretty spring green. Now here is the next part. I haven't made this bow before, so you guys are experimenting with me right here. And I don't know what color I want to use next because I haven't ever done this, but I'm thinking I'm going to come with this really pretty pink. And should I have done this before I jumped on the live? Absolutely, but I'm kind of in a hurry here. So I'm going to use this really pretty, oh, by the way, somebody told me yesterday I needed to tell you guys what I was using, and you're right, so you can find this online. This is called Canvas Bluebirds Cherry Blossom Golden Yellow and Pink and Blue. There we go, all those colors. Okay, this really fun ribbon is called Fringe Gilded Trimming, and I'm going to show you why that's so fun. You see that has this fringe, really fun look on it. This is, now I've got 2 loops down, 1 loop up. I'm gonna just do the actual opposite. This ribbon is a 2-inch ribbon, really fun gold pattern on it. I wanna bring in some bling, and of course I wanna bring in some pink. So now what am I gonna do? I'm gonna do, oops, this is gonna end up being 2 loops up and 1 loop down. So you see how I'm coming up there with that. Twisting, coming down with this loop. Okay. There we go. Now I'm going to have 1 more loop coming up. Got to twist that ribbon so you have the pretty side up at all times because you want that pretty side poking out. There we go. Now I'm just going to clip that. That's why these ribbon scissors are so good because look at that. They just cut through it like butter, right? All right, here we go. That's what I have going on. Now I want to add some fun check. This isn't Mackenzie, but it looks like Mackenzie. This is all designer ribbon. This one is called, let me see. This one is called Gilded Check Quilted Deluxe. There you go. And it's in this pretty French blue color. Okay, so 2 up, 1 down. Now I'm just gonna do the opposite. So if you think about it, you're just doing opposite loops here. There. Oh, you guys, can you hear that? Tornado sirens are going off. Tornado sirens. I am in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We'll have to find out how imminent that threat is. My dad's here with me, so he will be able to probably tell me shortly. But yes, tornado sirens are going off here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm gonna make this loop just a little bit smaller. Okay, as I go in, think about creating like a pyramid on your bow. Your base ribbon is gonna be a little bit wider, and as you go up, you're gonna make the loops just a little bit smaller. Right, there you go. Now I'm gonna twist that ribbon, that blue ribbon one more time, and check to make sure those loops are even so it doesn't look all funky and weird. Gonna come in here. Also, my house does have a basement, thank goodness. So if any of y'all are too concerned or worried, don't worry, I've got a basement. And when those tornadoes come through, they sound like a freight train, so we'll know it here pretty quick. Look at how cute that is. Lots of color, lots of pattern, lots of texture, and I'm not even finished because I'm going to add some fun 1-inch ribbons as well. I'm gonna bring in a fun little pink ribbon. And as you go down in size, the other little designer hack I'm gonna tell you is that you don't have to use, like when you're doing your 1 inches, you don't have to use so many loops if you don't want to, okay? So I'm gonna bring in some of this really fun pink because I'm kind of repeating my pink pattern. Actually, I think instead of that, I might repeat my blue, or maybe, what if we added something really fun like this? Look at this, can y'all see that? It's little flowers, little daisy flowers. Oh yeah, let's do that. Let's add some little daisy flower in there real quick. Now, this is getting really hard for me to hold in my hand because it's so thick. Becky would say this is gonna be a two zip tie bow, right? Because sometimes your bow gets so large, you actually have to just use a zip tie to hold on to that. So, here we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. I'm going to do the same little 3 loop here with this. How cute is that looking? All right. Down to the end of that ribbon. And then now let's come in with a really fun pink. And I don't need a whole lot. This is going to be the center. So I'm just going to come in with just a little pink, little pop of pink to make my center here. And sometimes that just means literally one little pop, 1 loop of pink. And there we go. All right, I'm gonna clip that off. Boop. Designer secret number, I don't know what number we're on, zip ties. This is super important. How's it going, Dad?
We're in tornado watch.
I see that, or I hear that rather. Yeah. Zip tie around, and then zip tie here in the back, because I need a zip tie to attach it to whatever I'm attaching it to. Okay. Ugh. Look at this. My hands can barely hold all this ribbon, y'all. It's so much. Ugh. Okay. Now I'm giving a real good zip tie, real tight on the back here. But before I zip tie it all the way tight, this is where I come in. Here's another designer secret. And I want to pull all those little tendrils kind of about, and all those loops about where I'm going to want them. Because once I really zip tie that in place, it's harder to move them. It's not impossible. It's just more challenging. So if I get all those loops where I can see everything, and then I do the final squeeze of that zip tie and get it really tight, then I know my bow is going to be outstanding and absolutely beautiful. Isn't that so fun? Look at this. Lots of texture, lots of color, a mixture of patterns. All of that goes into making a really beautiful bow. Now I'm going to take and I'm just going to kind of see how that loop right there, that pink loop, it's still standing up. I'm just going to do this. I don't want to smash it down. I just want to give it a little bounce, like a little trampoline jump. Can y'all hear those tornado sirens going off? Ah, I better call the stores and make sure everybody knows that to take cover. All right, look at that. So adorable, so cute. The last thing I'm gonna do is just take and I'm going to trim these tails up. This is called dovetail. You see how I fold that over? Clip, and that makes a really pretty dovetail. Let me do that one again. I was a little off-centered there. Okay, dovetail. Open it up. That is what finishes off your ribbon and makes it look absolutely stunning. All right, y'all, you tell me, what do you think? Do you have bow phobia? I hope you don't, But if you do, Mom and I are going to really challenge ourselves to use ribbon so much and show it so often on our channel that if you have any bow phobia, we're gonna help you remedy the bow phobia, okay? Because there's so much you can do with ribbon. It just adds so much happy to whatever you're doing, and I love it. Isn't that so pretty? So let me just show you a couple of my other favorites real fast. Look how fun this collection is for spring. So this has a real fun plaid. It has this cute little pom-pom, and then this ruffle. Oh my gosh, that ruffle is just to die for. Isn't that beautiful? So that's designer ribbon, y'all. Oh, and these little bunny cutouts. Do you see how those look so cute coming out of our little bow? This is a great little bunny bow for spring, and all these bright, really fun colors. And you know, that's the thing too, adding textures. So we have a fringe ribbon with a really pretty gold trim. We've got pom-pom ribbon. We have a plaid ribbon. And I want you to notice I'm giving these a good bounce, okay? I'm not smooshing them. I don't like it when you smush down the ribbon and make it look all crinkly, because I want it to look full and plump and lush and not crinkled like they were last year's. I want my bows to always look like they're this year's. Oh my goodness, it's gorgeous. Thank you so much. Oh, my hands hurt. It's not effortless. People say if your hands hurt, it's holding it too tight. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. I have very small hands. It's hard for me to hold several loops of ribbon, but yeah, I have miniature hands. How about that? Anyways, thank you so much, guys. Thank you for watching. Let me show you one other quick little ribbon, because this one just is absolutely stunning with all that we have added to it. Look at that, y'all. Isn't that beautiful? So pretty. I love this. I love the bees, how the bees came out. Do you hear that? That's Winston is howling at the tornado sirens. So funny. Oh gosh. All right, here we go. Look at how pretty that is. So pretty. The bee ribbon, I know, it's so gorgeous. That bee ribbon is embroidered, if you can see that. And then this really pretty lavender, which is backed in gold. And then look at this, notice this really pretty, what is that called? Beaded. It's a really pretty pink beaded ribbon. And notice the background has those really pretty blue kind of Jacobean flowers. So gorgeous. And then let me show you just one other one here. The sirens keep going on and off, so I don't know, we might be okay. Look at how pretty this is. I love this. If you love butterflies, you will love this ribbon as well. Isn't that so pretty? Embroidered butterflies that kind of have a monarch butterfly. This really pretty hot pink with orange back ribbon. Isn't that so gorgeous? Love that one. And then there's one other here. I gotta show you this. This one is kind of what I call the Amalfi Coast ribbon. That butterfly is pretty. Look at this. These little cutouts are so fun. It's like a ribbon garland, but if you want to do like a real fun Aperol Spritz party or something like that, look at this ribbon. It has oranges. It has a blue background with oranges, lemons, and limes. Then you add in some real pretty yellow that's backed with orange, and some orange that's backed with pink. And you can reverse those. Like if you're making your bow and you want some pops of yellow, then you decide you want some pops of orange, you just flip it. Isn't that so fun? Beautiful ribbon collections. I love it. You guys, we have the best ribbon collection right now for spring on our website. I want to invite you to shop ambermarie&company.com. I want to invite you to click that subscribe button and follow along. Mom and I are going to really try hard to make lots of fun content for you for spring. A lot of stuff decorating Amber Marie Manor, which we're really excited about for spring. But I probably ought to get going because the tornado sirens are going off, and I want to make sure everybody at the stores is a-okay. I'm sure that they all are. They're probably actually on their way home right now. So good night, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Click that subscribe button, leave me a comment, and let me know what ribbon you like. If this bow tutorial helps, if you want more tricks of the trade, just let me know what you guys want to see. All right, I'm gonna get going. take cover if I have to, whatever we have to do. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all